Good evening, this is Miss Red Everything Velbaria and
I'll yellow everything. You mentioned that you're red even though you're wearing orange and you have yellow hair. But anyways, guys, the topic is not about our hairs right now.
And our topic for today for the Autism and Me vlog series is friendship.
Of course.
And you know, the friendship between PWD to PWDs and PWDs to non-PWDs. But before that, you know, Joshua Batino, aka Mr. Yellow Everything,
AllYellowEverything.
Mr. AllYellowEverything will give us additional informations in each in each topic, especially on the PWDs to non-PWDs, which is I'm a PWD and he's non-PWD, meaning
What's
person
that?
with disability.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so I guess the most common question is, hey Josh, what's it like being friends with someone with autism?
Yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't make any difference at all.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's just the way that people see things or how certain people grow up, and that's why people tend to differentiate. How do you say that again?
Differentiate.
Yeah, differentiate it. But in all honesty, it's not that really different. Like, I love Vel for who she is. She loves me for who she is, and I have so many autism friends aside from you. But of course, she's my bestie. But going back, guys, it's not, you know, it's not that different. You know, don't be like, oh, she's autism, he's autism, blah blah blah. It's not.
Labeling.
Exactly. Labels complicate relationships.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
So it's not really that different, guys. I mean, don't take it too much into a level that one day you'll become someone who everyone despises to. You know, it's like, oh, so what? Doesn't mean that she has autism. You're not gonna be friends with her anymore. That's right. You know what I mean? I silenced that because
It's a swear.
Yeah. So, but anyways, going back, you know, I love Vel for who she is, and she is who she is, and you are what you are and I am what I am, so that makes no difference at all. You know, it doesn't mean that you're gay, you're autism, you have ADHD, or whatever disabilities that you have. We're all the same. We're all human beings. We all have the same hours. We all eat at the same days, and you know what I mean? So it doesn't really make a difference though. So if someone's different, instead of her making her feel different, make her feel like she's one of you. Not to the extent that, oh, she's gonna be my best friend, you gotta hang out every day. At least make her feel like she feels awesome about herself. She feels confident about herself, and the mere fact that she's not gonna go home one day and gonna cry to her mom and dad and say that, oh mama, these people don't like me, blah 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 blah. You know, like, she's already going through so much, and I don't know if you guys want to add up to that. Knowing mature people and knowing educated people, I know they do not want to add up to someone's personal hell. So that's all I have to say about it. I may seem preachy or something, but that's just how I am. That's all yellow everything, being very transparent with all of you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna give the stage back to my best friend here.
You know, just to add up with what he said, PWDs are humans, okay? If you don't want PWDs to be your friend, just give them a piece of respect. They don't like, you know, they don't want to please for you. Because
They don't live to be pleased.
Yeah, you're
Other
correct.
people.
You cannot please other people, babies.
You can't please everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They cannot please you, okay? But they're after respect. Just respect them, you know.
I mean, guys, if you can't, you know, tolerate or even like be with them for at least 1 minute of your life, then stay away, you know.
Yeah.
No one's asking your opinion in the first place.
Yeah, nobody wants your opinion. That's from Lily Allen's song. You know what it means. And yeah, okay, by the way, going back, so he says everything at all about the definition of the topic, which is our prologue for this topic. So my first topic, my first part of this video blog is PWD to PWD relationship. This is not just for autistic people. This could be applied for Down syndrome, for ADHD, blind, deaf, epilepsy, and cerebral palsy, and other types of disabilities. Based on my experience as I make friends with my fellow PWD or my fellow autistic or Asperger, in which I was also classified. So I have also another PWD or autistic who is who is also the same as me, who is high function. We've talked a lot, and like what we wanted to do, what we wanted to work on, what are our interests, what our likes, what our dislikes, what are dislikes that we don't like, what likes that we like, and so forth. Long story, by the way. That's a PWD to PWD relationship, or person with disability relationship to another person with disability relationship. The second one, which is in my case today, PWD to non PWD, which is the normal people who are not totally PWDs. So since I also have friends who are normal, and I just wanna get one example from this for this topic, which is in my college. When I experienced like you know, hardship on dealing with normal people in my college, since I was a college student for 3 years. So when I came to meet my blockmates, of course their mindset is different from a mindset of a PWD, and there is this moment that normal people won't understand you as a PWD, right? And sometimes they will give you a lot of labels, especially they'll make a bad impression on you, or sometimes they'll gonna be stone cold for you, right? And based on my experience, it is adjustment that is lacking for normal people, because not all normal people are educated with that, and most of all lacking of awareness and support or acceptance. You know, those normal people are so ignorant, honestly speaking. They're so ignorant about PWDs, and that's unprofessional. You know, it was way back in college that I received such text that is kind of offensive to my part. Kind of offensive, and they text, you know, that I'm weird and I'm so crazy and I'm so, you know, I'm so weird. And I have another one that reads that I look like a cosplayer because my appearance is like this, a lot of eyeliner, and I walk like that. And they even ended, and that post even ended the sorry not sorry. And those posts are lack of education for special needs acceptance. Especially those are posted by students. You know, they're like, if you're a psychology major, you must learn about this. You must learn how to communicate with special needs like me. You learn from our story. We will never stop talking about it. We won't stop. From Miley Cyrus, we can't stop. Yes. We can say what we want. You know? Yeah, number one in the PWD to non-PWD is lacking of adjustment. We have difficulty sometimes in communicating with those normal people. Not unless those normal people who can say, like, they're open about that, which is I'm so happy about that. Like, they want to listen to our stories, they want to make friends with them, and, you know, they want to treat us autistics and PWDs like treating for an ice cream, chocolate, for shopping, or anything that is needed, in which we wanted. Not necessarily like that, but, you know, just maintain respect and maintain relationship, and of course maintain good relationship, good terms, even if we cannot able to communicate much, since we're busy, and sometimes time frame, time belt, and just like in the case of me and Joshua Batino, that he has a friend who's autistic, and I love to feel that my experience with my bestie is very countless. I cannot say anything. You know, being with Joshua is such a joy. After my mom was like, she talks to him that he's the one who fulfilled my life, like as a friend, like as a brotherly love, you know what I mean? And you know, it's hard to find a friend like that who is open, who is very sincere, very transparent, and very open-minded about the things in life, because you cannot find a friend like that elsewhere. Being with Joshua is such a blessing. Being with Joshua is such worth the memories, and I cannot mention it because there are not handful anymore. They're like countless. I cannot count anything. I cannot mention something that's, you know, memorable. They're all memorable because it took a lot of time, it took a lot of effort, it took a lot of course, it took a lot of patience, because sometimes Joshua is a busy person. He studies and he's gonna be a graduating student next year, and you know,
Excuse me.
okay. And when Joshua has a problem, he's always there to call me, and when I have a problem, I'm always there to call him. And especially last year when I cried so much, and I got this when I cried a lot because of misunderstanding in my choir. And then I remember that he came instantly, and he gave me Starbucks.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I remember Joshua, I'm sorry if I'm gonna say it, but Joshua experienced, like, he's being discriminated due to his sexuality by his own true blood relative. Like,
let's not go there. But
sorry, yeah, like he's being discriminated for his sexuality, not being appreciated for his books, but being loved by other of his friends and professors because he's very transparent, very open. And he cried in front of me, like...
I did. Oh my gosh. You remember that?
Yeah. Let's be transparent.
Yeah, I
No
know,
big deal.
but like...
Yeah, but he wanted to move on from that, by the way. But I'm gonna summarize that. Yeah, like, Joshua is like, oh my goodness, I shouldn't be treated like that. And that person should appreciate what I've been through. That's... Am I right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's what we've learned, like... Where, like, give and take, and give turns, take turns, returning the favor. Am I right?
So right.
And sometimes when Joshua wants to come at my house, he would like, hey bestie, Belly, oh, I want to go to your house, I have a free time. And yeah, I'm only one call away because we're just close.
Yeah, we're literally neighbors. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So no problem. So he's like, I'm only one call away. I'm only one call away. He's only one message away.
Ah, oh my gosh.
And you know, friends is not based, you know. In conclusion, being with Josh is such a happy moment. You know, I don't have a friend like that in my high school. I don't have any friends in college, but just friends who...
Or just there.
Yeah, who are not like really that felt, can we hang out, felt, can we do that? But in Joshua's case, he's not my schoolmate. He's not my schoolmate in Saint School. He's from CSB, but he opted to go here for, you know, bonding and happy life, you know, right?
As in, like, all the hair colors we've gone through, green, blonde,
Struggle.
yellow, red, oh my gosh, orange,
Yeah.
gosh. The only
And-
color we haven't really done is purple and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like we've done like the rainbow thing. Yeah. Gosh, can't believe it.
And good thing that we're opening to our problem. But I know, Joshua, you don't want to think about it, but we want to share. I'm sorry if I share it because
No, you don't have to apologize.
Yeah.
It's just that, you know.
move on.
No, well, yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing. Okay.
I don't remember that. Okay, I understand.
It's just that no one really wants to acknowledge the people who've hurt them,
Yeah.
right? That's like, what? Rising people from the dead? It's
Nope.
like,
Can't resurrect the dead.
to cut the story short,
Okay.
there's this one aunt of mine, so homophobic, like, she preaches the word of God, and then she's, you know, here's my stand on this. God loves us all, regardless of who you are, whether you're Indian, you're a girl, you're a boy, you're gay,
You're
you're
black.
lesbian. Exactly. You know what I mean? God loves us all. He wouldn't create each and every one of us if we didn't have a purpose on earth. Now, my aunt literally went behind my grandma's back. She converted from Catholic to Christian. My grandma was so heartbroken. Heck, my grandma was even more heartbroken about the fact that I came out as gay. You know what I mean? Like, which is worse? Tell me.
Yeah.
Your grandson coming out as gay, or your daughter going behind your back, converting to Christian without even your mother's consent. How'd that
Yeah.
make you feel? Which is worse? See? At least I'm so straightforward. At least I'm not hiding anything. At least I didn't go behind my family's back. I told them straight, I'm gay, and if you can't love me for who I am, then fine. Not my loss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
But for me, in that, I also experienced that from my, from my schoolmates who are from other courses. I don't want to name drop, but that's way back in science school that, I don't want to acknowledge the person who hurted me, but
who?
I don't want to
Yeah.
acknowledge the person who hurted me, but I'm gonna give it to make the story short. There are friends who doesn't like to be friends with me, and there are friends who doesn't want to be friends with me because of my autism, because of my moves, because of there are also people who doesn't like to be friends with me because you don't like, because I'm so known, I'm so popular, and we cannot control their minds, but I just let them learn from the lessons that they've I want to teach them a lesson with my abilities, and that's the thing that I wanted to do. And there's a lot of misunderstandings that I've overcome, and I've cried so hard, especially from my choir, that there is this choir member who is like angry to me without knowing it. Like, did I hurt you at the first place?
like, what did they do to you?
Yeah, like, I don't want to mention the choir, but I just want to mention the experience itself. That this choir member is like snobbish. Like, I think because this person is very jealous of my commitment, of my singing ability.
Shots fired.
Yep. And I even experienced backstabbing from my...
It just hurts, guys. Like, the
Yeah.
one people, or the literal family members of yours, they're the ones who's going behind your back and saying, and this is what's more insulting. This aunt of mine tells me that you have to be straightforward, blah blah blah. I don't think going behind your back is straightforwardness. I mean, and she said, and I quote, I'm an adult, I'm an elderly, I'm older than you, I don't need your permission for me to talk to your parents about you. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? It's about me, you're talking about me. So, like, gosh, say it to my face like an adult. Because if you're really an elderly, you know what's best, and that's to talk straight to me. You don't go behind my parents' back and say something about me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm muting my foul language here because, of course, this is a vlog. So,
A bloop.
yeah,
Yeah, they're like, this is real talk. There are parents who are discriminated. I mean, who are against their own child who is PWD. Am I correct? Am I right?
Yes.
And if you could relate what Joshua said, that backstabbing by a relative or an aunt or from your blood from your blood, true-blooded
I mean, you know, if you have a
kinship.
Okay, to keep things general, here's how you do it.
Yeah.
If you feel like, you know, someone's going behind your back, or rather, the person that you trusted the most went behind your back, and then you discover it, how would that guys make you feel? Right? And then she says that, you see what homosexuality does to you? You know, oh my gosh, you know, it has nothing to do with whatever sexual preference I am. I am reacting based on the anger that you caused and triggered me to become. Like, example, I pull her hair so hard, she snaps back at me. Is that because of her autism? I don't think so. It's because I pulled her hair and I made her mad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know what? Some people are born to be close-minded.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Real talk.
If some people are born autism and born gay, well, I'll say this: some people are born close-minded.
Yeah.
And you know what I realize? People only judge and understand based on their beliefs.
Yeah.
They don't try to adjust for people. Well, it's not like quietly I'm gonna be surprised by that.
That's not
You know
funny.
what I mean? Yeah.
And you know, that's also the worst experience when dealing with the normal people who are very close-minded. Yeah, I know that topic of PWD to non-PWD may be very long, but this is very true. Because the first topic has no big deal about it, because that's ours. That's our business. But and PWD to non-PWD, there are a lot of problems, there are a lot of experiences, and yes, like, since Joshua had said everything, I just want to add into it that it could be applicable, that problem that he experienced and the problem that I've experienced in the workforce. Like, if you have autism, you cannot be given a job even if you have a lot of experiences in work. That's kind of sad. Especially when you're in work, there are co-workers who are making fun of you because you're autistic. Let's say you're having you have cerebral palsy, you have ADHD, and because and they picked on you. So how did you feel? Since we have discussed the PWD to non-PWD relationship, adjustment, second is the perspectives, the acceptance, and this time in the workforce, not just in friendship in general. It is relational. Okay, I hope you all get it. Relational in the workforce. Let's say your boss discriminates you because you're autistic, or because you're autistic and your way of life is like different. You're different from them. For me, it's kind of unprofessional if your boss doesn't understand you, or your co-workers doesn't understand you. Okay? Yeah, I experienced also that this, I'm not gonna mention the name, but this person who is like, I got starstruck on, like I got the heartbeats, like, stab in the heart with a punch, like this person that I admired, and the person that I don't want to talk with. I have this person that I don't really want to talk with because this person hurt me in the first place when I was in college, and this person is also known for exploring special needs. So this person should also aware the autism, and that person didn't apply it. So I'm sorry for being straightforward, but let's face it. There are many people like that, right? Am I right? And I think those persons are so close-minded. They're very selective, and they're not really aware what was going on in PWDs. And yeah, so I discussed the adjustment, the perspectives, the acceptance, and relationship in the workforce, and this time relationship in the person that you don't really like. I honestly don't. I honestly have persons whom I don't like to talk with, even if I'm very friendly, because of the past. Yeah. So that experience that this person is a friend of my friends, and you know, I got very shy on this person because of this person hurted my feelings, doesn't understand my autism, and I forgive that person, but I don't want to talk to that person because I want to let go. You know, I have to let that person go. And because for me, I've learned this from the women's retreat that you can forgive quickly. Forgetting will take a lot of time, right? Yeah. And especially, even if the person doesn't say sorry, I forgave that person, but I will do a cool off. And if that person wants to talk to me, then this person has to tell it on my face, not on my back. You can say it in front of my face, and I'm fine, and that's better.
If you have nothing nice to say, then shut up.
Yeah, shut the thing up, okay?
So guys, that's just it. You know, this is us being very transparent with you, especially her. So I hope you guys get the message loud and clear that, you know, if you can't seem to bring yourself to accept or even love them for who they are, then just walk away. You know, it's not, why stressing yourself so much, you know? Why judging so many people?
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, you know, is it your job? Will you gain so many profit or so much money if you judge someone? I don't think so. You know, so, you know, just here's me, AllYellowEverything, wishing you all a happy
Autism Awareness Month.
Yeah, I was about to say that, but you got the words correctly. But so now we're ending our vlog right now, and I hope you guys know that we're not mad. We're just being very transparent with you guys, and that's about it. So this is AllYellowEverything and Miss AllRedEverything vlogging. I gave her the yellow hair on her head, by the way, in case you're noticing. So yeah, that's just it. So guys, have a nice day, everyone, and I hope you all stay positive, stay accepting, and stay loving. So peace.